Okay,
Nice.
so we are live. There's a delay, so I'm going to bring up Zoom as well, so I'm not all confused. All right, so we have some people. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. Just getting my screen situated here. Please bear with us. All righty. We are live.
Great.
All right.
Welcome.
Hi, Debbie. Thanks for being here. Debbie says hello.
Hi, Debbie.
Oh,
Hello,
hey,
everyone.
Nefertiti. Yeah, good to see you. Thanks for being here. So I am joined today by Mike Dinkle. Thank you, fellow psychic medium.
Sure. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yes, yes. And so Mike and I think, share a mutual passion with spirit rescue. And
Yes.
right, yeah. And so so having an opportunity to do that together is really amazing. I love the fact that as we're doing this, you and I get very similar information. And so that's confirmation for me, at least, that
Yes, and me
yeah,
too. That's
yeah,
nice.
that right, right. So what we're doing today is we're going to work on helping to rescue some spirit that are lost and confused. And we found, Mike and I have found, that this is really, really important work.
Yes.
And, right, yeah. And so the more we do it, I think the more we can uh, help as many people as possible. So we're going to start with individuals, group, and animals. And people in the audience are welcome to join us in your meditative space if you like, and see what you get. And I bet that you get very similar things that we do.
It's definitely.
Yeah, yeah. And then so after we do some rescues, we will take any questions, comments, complaints, whatever. And right. And so
Sure.
yeah, so we'll spend some time chatting as well. Okay.
Great.
Okay. So Mike, we'll do a little bit of introduction. Mike, do you mind telling us about yourself and maybe what exactly drew you to Spirit Rescue?
Sure. Gosh, I've been doing this most of my life. The Spirit Rescue, I started as a teenager. Growing up back then, there was no internet. Everything you learned from books, or if you found a teacher, um, through the back alleyways of different places, then you were lucky to have that. But a lot of the books I started with were written by Sylvia Browne, and she talked about Spirit Rescue, and I was pretty much self-taught. I was coming across spirits. I could tell from her descriptions that they were earthbound, and they were in fear, and I wanted to be able to help them. So I started working with them. The first one was a lady who had either had an abortion or had a miscarriage, and she felt that she had killed the child, and because she had killed something, a human, that she was going to go to hell. And it took a while to convince her that she wasn't, and it worked out quite well.
Right.
Um, and I also do healing work. I've been doing that for, gosh, 13, 14 years now. I am a channel of Christ Consciousness Group. Um, I teach multiple different types of classes. I have my own meetup group, the Monterey Metaphysical Meetup Group, and just really enjoy sharing my knowledge with others to help them grow. because as we all grow, we all benefit from it. So,
Yeah, yeah, totally. Thank you. You're in California, right?
yes, down
Okay.
in Monterey area.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thanks, Mike. And I will have Mike's information down below. So if you want to contact him for anything, his information will be there for you. And so myself, I I can't say I've been doing this all my life, although I was what you call a psychic child, and I think we all are, right? And
Yes.
saw dead people type of thing. But but being raised Catholic, whenever I'd tell my parents or my grandparents or anybody that I was, with at the time about it, they'd tell me, it's just your imagination. You need to quit focusing on that or whatever. And I believe it actually freaked them out. So yeah. So I pushed it down, as a lot of us do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in 98, my stepfather died, which caused me to want to know what happens when we die. Because I couldn't fathom that he didn't exist anymore, or that he was either in heaven or hell. And, granted, my dad was, he was a great dad, but, he wasn't the kind of person that you would call a saint. So, I just wanted to make sure he was okay, that he was, I didn't believe that just because you have some things that, that in your life that maybe you're not proud of, that you went to hell.
Right.
So I started studying everything I could about the afterlife and what happens when we die. And then in 2001, I had a near-death experience, and things just started happening during that time and around my near-death experience, where I opened up tremendously, and spirit started coming to me. I was able to work with spirit, but I didn't actually really understood spirit rescue until a few years ago, when I started doing paranormal type of investigation with EVPs. And I was hearing voices on the EVPs, spirit box and EVPs, digital recorder, help me, I need help, please help me, those types of statements. And loud and clear. And it was almost every session that I did, I realized that there's a lot of spirits that need help. And so Yeshua, my guide, helped me understand how to work with spirit, how to help them move across, and that in all the ways we get stuck, because like what you said, Mike, guilt, right? Not feeling worthy of moving into God's graces or the light, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And so I realized, and also I started, Yeshua started helping me with retrieving parts of myself, which is the same thing as spirit rescue, retrieving lost aspects of myself. And as I was doing all that work, I grew to love it, and realized how really important it is. I mean, can you imagine? Even though just a tiny percentage of people that die might get stuck, that's still
thousands and thousands.
I would say millions or billions.
Yeah. Yeah. Over a long period of time. Yes.
Over a long period of time. Yeah.
Yes. Billions.
Totally.
Yeah.
And not just people, but animals too. I helped retrieve my animals that I realized through lifetimes got stuck with me, that stayed with me. And so, animals get stuck too because of trauma. And so we're going to help some of them too. Okay.
Great.
All right. Mike, I think your microphone is rubbing up against your collar, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on your thing.
See what I can do about that. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Yeah. So we'll start out with just a little blessing, and then we'll bring in some, and to invite in, and just ask, let spirit know that we're here to work and help them. Is there anything else you wanted to say before we get started, Mike?
No, I think we're pretty set. Thank you.
Okay. All right, I'll say hi to Sherry. A shout out. Hey, Sherry. Thanks for being here.
Hi.
Okay. All right. So we're just going to go ahead and say a blessing and invite in all of our guides, our angels, our helpers, and any spirits that need help. Okay. Dear Mother, Father, Creator, we do ask that you bless this gathering today. And we ask that you help all of us that are in this gathering today to help any spirits, any people, spirits, animals, any beings that need help, that might need help, that are on the earth plane. We are here to be of service to help them move into the light today. And we do ask, invite in our guides, our angels, our helpers, and any loved ones that would like to help us with this work we're going to do today. And we call on Archangel Michael as we work today to bring the light for any souls that wish to move into the light. We call on you now, Archangel Michael. And we do ask that you fill and surround us with your light and create a portal for any spirits that would like to move into the light. And we do invite anyone in the spirit realm that feels they need help. We invite you to sit with us and join us today, because we would like to help you and have a conversation with us. We'd be very grateful for your trust. Okay. All right. So how about if we get started? So Mike, you and I will just connect and see who we're going to work on individuals now to see who we feel that comes through first. How's that?
Okay, that sounds good.
Whoever gets our attention. Okay. And then we'll move through it. Okay.
I'm picking up on a young boy who's actually outside the house and across the driveway from our house.
Okay.
And he's curious as to about the energy and what we're doing.
Is he sitting on the curb?
Yeah. I believe so.
On a curb or something like that, sitting there.
Yeah, I would guess at about 12 to 14 years old.
Yeah, I think I'm feeling I'm perceiving him.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I would ask you if you realize that you have died or passed away. And he said yes, and he said I just don't know what to do. So we would like to help you to transition up to what most people call heaven. Would you be interested in doing that? You would be joining your family and other members, your aunts, your uncles. And he says, yes, that would be great.
Are you getting how he passed?
No, let me ask. What was it that you possibly passed from or died from? He says he thinks it was a car accident, but it was a while back.
Yeah, there was a blow and I felt the car involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
sudden.
What we'd like to do is create a shaft of white light that will form near you. And if you would just walk up to that and look into it, what you'll probably see is your aunts and uncles and family members, those that passed with you in the car accident, if there were others, and they will be ushering you in If by chance you don't see anybody, you're welcome to just stick your hand in and see how it feels.
I feel he's
It's,
looking for his sister.
oh, okay. Well, she would probably be in there unless you've seen her since the accident. He said no, he hasn't. Okay.
Does he know what year he was in the body?
Do you know what year it was that you passed? Early 70s. I got it quite quickly. And that makes sense with what he's wearing.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't look modern, but he didn't look ancient.
No, he
Very old.
doesn't.
Yeah.
No, it's not 1800s or anything
Right.
beyond that. Okay. So what we'd like to do is form a shaft of white light. It'll be right behind you on the grass there in the park. Are you able to see that? Yes. He's already walking up to it.
Okay.
Great. And do you see family members or anybody ushering you in? He's saying yes. He says it feels really good. Yes, it does. It's quite amazing, quite a beautiful feeling. So if you would just step forward into that, and you'll be kind of like transported up and join your family members. And he's going in and he's stepping in. Oh, nice. And there he goes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice when it's so simple.
It is. Yeah.
There,
Yeah. The simple ones are always nice.
yeah, and being
There's no
so young,
resistance.
yeah, he has little resistance to it. So,
Totally. Yeah.
ah,
Awesome.
great.
Great work. Yeah, that feels good too.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
He was confused. He didn't know what to do. I feel like he was waiting for his sister. He was worried about wondering where his sister was. That's the information I kept getting was, where's my sister?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very often people will wait, like a father will wait for, or a husband will wait for his wife or girlfriend or
Right.
those loved ones. And sometimes they have already passed on or transitioned, as we call it.
Right. Okay, so let's find someone else. I'm getting a woman, Mike, if you want to kind of
Okay.
I feel a woman here. Um, her hair is it's looks like it's in braids, but it's round. It's like um, the braid is wrapped around her head, kind of
Ah,
is what it looks like to me. Okay, she's yeah. Um, she's sitting with her legs up, with her arms around her legs like that, and just kind of
uh-huh.
rocking. Um, yeah, rocking like that.
Yeah. Almost in a fetal position type.
Right, but
Yeah.
sitting, yeah, yeah, with her knees up, with her arms around her knees.
Uh-huh.
Um, I do feel that um, she looks like she's outdoors. She's
Yeah.
wearing a dress. I
Uh-huh.
feel that
Yeah,
I'm
I see her
seeing.
now.
Okay, okay. Um, let's see here. Uh, she's she's very upset. I'm going to her to try and help calm her down. So I'm asking her what happened,
Uh-huh.
and she's saying she said I can't find him. I can't find them. Can't find them. Okay,
Hmm.
I can't find them. Oh, I'm getting um I'm getting images of a house fire.
Uh,
Now, I feel that her and her family, and I'm getting a dog too. A dog. Uh, passed in a house fire.
Right. I see it now.
Okay. Um, she's young. Uh, she, she the mother? No. Um, so she's, yeah, I feel like she's maybe 18, 19. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. She looked older when I first saw her, but she's coming through as a young, like 18, 19, something like that. Okay.
Yeah. When I first picked up on her, I thought she was 28 to 30, 32
Okay.
maybe.
So did I. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for some reason there's a switch. Maybe that happens where there's a merging. Let's see here. What is that all about? But I do feel that she's, yeah. Okay, let's get her first. Is that her mother too? Oh, might be a couple. No. All right. This is confusing. I'm feeling more than one person passed.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
that's stuck. I'm not sorry passed, but that's
Oh,
stuck.
uh-huh.
Okay. Because this is confusing. Um, so yeah, that, oh, all right. So this person has been trying to get her attention. I'm sorry. This person has been trying to get her attention ever since she passed. She's in spirit and she's been trying to get her attention. So she's here too. Okay.
Oh, I
Uh,
see.
is what I'm getting. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, all right. So I'm going to communicate to her. We're going to communicate to her to let her know that she did die. She did leave the body. She's left the physical body, and her family and her dog is already in the light. They've crossed over into the light and they're waiting for her. All she needs to do is turn around. There we go. And see the light, see the column of light.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she sees it.
Yeah. And your family's right there waiting for you. I feel this woman was a
Very
big
good.
sister, a big sister. Thank you.
Uh,
Okay. Oh gosh. Yeah, she went across.
nice. Very good.
She ran across.
Yeah. Well, like she said, she was searching for
Yeah,
quite a long time.
yeah. That was a little confusing there. Okay. Let's see. Let's do another individual. Let's see who. If you get anyone, Mike, go ahead and
Nothing
shout it
yet.
out.
Let's see. We would like to invite any and all those earthbound spirits or spirits that are confused to join us, and we will do our best to help you.
Do you see a male?
Yeah, yeah,
See
he
him?
just came in. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
bit of an older gentleman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's he's like, what's going on? Like, what's going on
Yeah,
here?
right.
I'm not gonna. Well, he's just a little cantankerous,
Yes.
or more. Let's see here. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I'm getting from him, and might go with what you get too. I'm getting from him that he's angry about how he died.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I think he was a person that sees the glass half empty, so to
Right.
speak.
Yeah.
Um, and he didn't think it was his time to go. He still wanted more out of life.
Yeah. I I'm getting from him that he's like, well, they should have. I feel like he's blaming the medical community. He's blaming his family. He's blaming whoever. He's like they should have fixed me, kind of thing.
Right.
They, they told me that it was almost like they told him he would be okay or something like that. Everything was okay.
Uh-huh.
Um, and he's like, and I felt, I he's like, I just felt terrible all the time. And he
Yeah.
kept telling me
That
that
I was going to get better.
I was going to get better. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
He's very
Putting the
upset.
blame on others
He's
for
very,
his inconvenience.
yeah, he's very upset.
Yeah. Yeah. To put it lightly.
Yeah. So,
So, sir, unfortunately, there's nothing that can be done to bring you back to life. If that was possible, it would have been done long
to
before
that life,
now.
to that
Yes.
life. Yeah.
So, what we would ask is that would you be interested in transitioning up to what most people call heaven?
He's like hogwash kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's like,
he may
he's
not
like,
be easy to convert or to,
he's like, that's a bunch of baloney.
yeah,
Yeah. All right. So just turn around. That's all you need to do is just turn around. Look, there's your family. There's people that you're all upset with. They're wanting you to come into their
right.
homes. Yeah. I feel like he died in the 50s.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. He's walking
Yeah.
closer.
He doesn't believe what he's seeing.
No,
He doesn't trust it.
no, it's okay. There's no judgment in the light. Everything will
No.
make sense. It's only
Yeah.
love. It's only love. And all those awful feelings that you're feeling will be transformed, transmuted, and you're going to feel so much better. It's like I've heard
You'll
that
feel,
before.
yes. You'll feel lots of love, unconditional love.
He's like, where's those damn doctors?
Yeah.
Okay. It was his wife that was able to reach out and help him.
Okay. Great. Good.
Yeah. Boy, it took some coaxing.
Yeah.
It's still not all the way in. It's still like not all the way there. I don't feel that release yet.
Yeah, he's just a little hesitant or something.
Yeah. Don't quite feel the total release. Come on, Grandpa. It's okay.
Ooh.
Everything will make sense. You'll feel so much better.
Yes, that is your wife.
Yeah.
Go ahead. How does that feel to you? How does the energy feel, sir?
Yeah. It's still kind of in halfway there. It's getting a little
Yeah,
closer, a little bit closer.
yeah, yeah. He's feeling it more in his body.
Let's take the plunge. It's okay. So many people are here to help you.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't have to feel miserable anymore.
No, you will feel more joy than you've ever known. Okay, sir. It's up to you.
Yeah. All right.
There.
He's afraid of being judged. There's no judgment in the light.
No, none at all. It's not
Everything
at
will
all.
make sense. Everything
Yeah.
will make sense.
It's not at all like the religions
Yeah.
of your time. Religion has changed a lot since then, and we have found that there is no judgment other than your own judgment as to whether you completed what you set out to do when you came to this earth. He says, well, how will I know if I've completed it? I said, when you transition, when you go
it'll
up,
all make sense.
it'll all make sense. Yeah.
And it'll everything that you went through in your lifetime will all make sense. You'll understand it. You'll have helpers there, guides, teachers, everyone that is always with you will be there.
Yes.
Your family's there. They
You'll
don't judge you.
No. And you'll find all the hardships and challenges that you went through were actually learning experiences. Really, he says.
Yeah.
Those.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
I think he's very close to being across. I don't feel the full release yet, but
no.
Yeah.
He's very close to it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to just get behind him and push.
I know, right?
No, we're not going to push you. Don't worry.
Okay.
There, I think he went in.
Yeah.
Because I could feel the shift from anger to love.
I do. I feel like he's actually crying.
Yeah. Yeah, he's hugging his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, that's a little tough.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay. I don't know if I've ever had anyone that stubborn. Well, I've had some stubborn spirits, but that one was.
Yeah, I've had some stubborn ones. One of them told me, "Oh, bah humbug."
Yeah. I've heard that. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's how about if we do a group?
Okay.
Okay. Let's work on and ask for spirit to lead us to any children and a young adults or anyone, but especially children that have been murdered, killed by human trafficking, that type of thing.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea.
Okay. So I'm going to ask our guides, our spirits team here that are working with us today to lead us to any children, young adults, or adults that have been murdered by human trafficking, human sex trafficking, any type of human trafficking. We wish to help these people in mass, in groups, and appear to them and help them with communication and bring the light so so they can move across and any misery that they're feeling at this time that they're still living through. Okay.
And it doesn't have to be that you died of murder. You could die of your own suicide or any other possibilities.
Yes. However they die.
Yeah, we're here to help, not to judge you in any way.
All right, I'm starting to see some.
Yeah, I'm seeing quite a few.
Okay, we're asking Archangel Michael to bring the light to this scenario, to this situation. Please bring the light, column of light for these beings.
Wow.
So everyone here that needs help, we have this column of light brought down from heaven for you to move into. You have died, you have left the physical, and we are here to help you.
We're here to help you complete your transition.
Right.
Um,
And we honor your sacrifice.
yes, we sure do.
Please bring as many as you can that are with you in groups. We are here to allow or not allow, but help as many as possible to move in to the light, into that space. There are helpers there for you. The light of God, the light of heaven, the light of love. There we go.
Yes. Wow.
I see some of the older kids carrying younger kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, there's a lot.
yeah.
They're waving and saying thank you.
Very welcome.
Yes. Wow.
We'd like to keep this portal of light open for as long as it takes for these groups of people.
Yes, please. Thank you, Archangel Michael. There are more coming.
Yeah, the word gets out.
Yeah.
I hear so many thank yous.
Yes, I know. One just asked, what did we do wrong? And I can tell you, you did nothing wrong. That
This was an
you,
experience that each one of you chose during this lifetime, and everything will make sense in the light.
yes, definitely.
Yeah, many people there that will take care of you and love you and treat you with love.
Yes, they sure will. Very good.
Okay. Okay, let's leave this situation and ask Archangel Michael to be there and keep this portal open as long as they need.
Yes, I feel the same way.
Okay.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah. We're going to remove ourselves from the situation because it looks like the helpers are there. And that's
Yes,
all I needed to do was just turn around and see the helpers and see the guides and angels.
yes. And
That's all we need to do.
to see one step in allows the others to trust, and they follow
Right.
suit. Yeah,
Yeah. And just take our
very
attention
good.
off the earth plane and turn around. That's what I did in my near-death experience. Just turn around, and that's where they are.
Yes,
Okay. Ooh,
very
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I feel that down.
Very
Okay.
powerful.
Yeah, totally. Totally. So let's let's work on some animals.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. We could go to like the SPCA and pick up those that have been euthanized.
Yeah. You want to lead us there, Mike?
Sure. So I see SPCA and I would like to call in the animals that have not transitioned over the Rainbow Bridge, as so often is referred to. Although you may not understand that, what I would ask is if you uh, feel left behind or lost in any way, um, please step forward and we'll help you as best we can and lead
Anyone who,
you.
like, if they're in pain or confused, like you said.
Yes,
Yeah. We ask that the older animals and the animal guides help
yes,
with
most
any,
definitely.
yeah, help the younger ones, the younger animals, cats, dogs, any animal.
Yes, any type of four-legged, two-legged, winged,
Hmm.
slithering, any number of things.
Right. Okay. So Archangel
Yes, there's,
Michael, we again ask you to bring the column of light for these beloved beings, and we ask that their guides, their angels, stand there at the light, within the light, and coax them across, help them move across.
yes, please.
Oh, there we go.
Great. Oh, nice.
The puppies are making me giggle.
Yeah,
The way they're running across.
yeah. I just saw a Shetland pony go over.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is beautiful. My gosh.
I can see the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah, yeah. That's what that is. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
This just makes me feel really good.
Yeah.
They're
Like,
so joyful.
yeah, yeah. They already have the knowledge of unconditional love.
Yeah.
And so they know that feeling as soon as they feel it.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is something you could do every day. And
Right.
it brings such warmth to your own heart to be able to do this, to help in any way like this.
Totally. Nice. Amazing.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we can remove ourselves from that
Yes.
scene. Your
Archangel
guides.
Michael, we ask
Yeah.
that you keep this column of light open until all those that choose to transition are finished. And we thank you for this opportunity.
Yes. Thank you.
Wow.
Okay. That was awesome. Let's take a little break from that. And
Yeah.
does anyone have any questions or comments or anything about what we just did? We'll be happy to take them. And then Mike's going to lead us in a grounding meditation here in a little bit, right?
Sure. That
Yeah.
sounds great.
It's always good to ground after you do this kind of work.
Yeah. And before
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
anytime, grounding is always good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no questions. All righty. That's it. That makes it easy.
Well, I hope they're all
Okay.
enjoying this. Good.
Yeah. I know, as much as we are, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
um, so Mike, what do you think about maybe helping people understand well, I feel that in Western society we kind of just don't know how to die, you
Exactly.
know? Yeah.
We don't, and it's not taught. There's so much fear around it, um, and it's portrayed as painful and fearful in all the movies that we see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just, and it's not. It's more painful to be born, to go through the birth canal, than it is to pass on.
Yeah.
Um, there's I would say there's probably no pain other than any slight pain that you have to begin with. Your knee hurts and it will hurt, but there is no pain from death. So many people that um, I've read about and talked with that have had near-death experiences say they didn't feel any pain. The only pain they had was when they jumped back into their body, and
Exactly.
if they were in the hospital for any number of things, then they feel that pain that comes back.
Right.
But they already know that it's being healed, and so it shifts the energy around it, so that it's an understood pain, and what's taking place and how it's going to heal, and how your thoughts around it change it all, because
Mm-hmm.
we heal ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when people their vibration is low that they need to get assistance,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what healers do. They hold space for those um, that need it until they can heal themselves.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I know with my two near death experiences, I felt pain until I left when I left my body. Then all I felt was peace, complete and utter peace, and the pain disappeared. And then, of course, the pain comes back when I enter my body.
Yeah.
But, but yeah, it's complete and utter peace. But I also realized, and working with spirit for as long as I have, 20 years or whatever, that when we die, what's going on in our mind determines normally where we go or what we do and what's going on with us in that spirit or that transitional state.
Right.
Yeah. So, if there's trauma or we're afraid of being judged or going to hell or whatever,
Right.
we create that. We can create that scenario when
Yes.
we pass. We can also be confused and lost if we don't really know how to we don't really know how to die.
No.
We don't. Yeah, I remember when my stepfather died, and I was that night that he died, I was laying in the front room on the sofa taking a nap, and I didn't know he had died, and he walks into the front room, and I see him. I was in that awake asleep state where you're just awake,
REM
but
sleep. Yeah.
yeah, the twilight state
Uh-huh.
where my body's asleep, my mind's totally awake, and I know what's going on. And I see him walk around. He looks right past me, and he says, "How the hell do I get out of here?" I'm like, "Dad," like that. And then I realized that after that he had died, and he was close to dying at that point. But yeah, so because he's like, "How do I get out of here?" So what I learned in my near death experiences is we just have to turn around, take our attention off the earth plane. But what's going on in our mind determines, our experience a lot of time
Right.
as well. Yeah. And so I find the more spiritually aware we are and the more aware of what we need to do when we pass is very, very important.
Yeah. Makes things so much simpler.
Yeah. And I come
Yeah.
across a lot of people while I'm in spirit rescue that feel that they're going to be judged, and so they're afraid,
Yeah.
and they just go on with their day and do whatever they were doing here. Whether they're aware that they died or not, they just they're afraid of being judged because of you know Christianity or whatever
Right.
that judges you. Yeah. I had to retrieve my grandmother. The first family retrieval I did was my grandmother. And
Wow.
yeah, I take that back. It was my biological dad that was the first one, because I helped him move across, because he was an atheist.
Oh.
He was an atheist. And so he was just sleeping when he died. My my biological dad, I was there when he died that night. And I had to help him move across, because he was just sleeping. He's like, when you're dead, you're worm food, all that stuff that you think is, that he goes, that's just a bunch of baloney. And I'm like, that's okay, Dad. When we get on the other side, I'll have the last laugh. But so I had to help him. And of course, now he comes to me all the time. He's my biggest fan, but he helps me tremendously. He's one of my helpers. But it's
Nice.
like, he didn't know, but my grandmother was very strict Catholic, very strict fundamentalist. And she was bedridden for 10 years before she
Oh
died,
my.
because
Wow.
she was so afraid of being judged. And I had to help her move across. And that was a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet.
But it's, it's what we have going on is what determines our death experience a lot of times
Yeah.
in our mind. Yeah. So anyone have any questions about what the retrieval, the spirit rescue or retrievals, whatever you want to call them, we just
Yeah.
did?
Or anything we've talked about.
Yeah. Oh, Debbie, this is so heartwarming. It really makes me want to learn. I can help too. Yes, we can all help.
Yes, we sure can.
Mhm.
We all have this ability to do it.
Yeah, totally. It's just a matter of trusting it and
Yeah.
yeah,
Removing our own fears around it and stepping into it. Yeah.
exactly. And I am teaching a class on this, by the way, a 2-part course
Oh,
in
good.
April, if anyone's interested. Yeah. So I like to get groups together, once a month or something like that to do this type of thing.
Oh.
I know, don't like, didn't you say you have a group where you do this?
Not this particular type of work, but I
Okay.
have groups that get together and do work,
Uh-huh.
different type of work. Have a healing group where a bunch of healers and even non-healers get together and do healing work on each other. We did that last Thursday, and it was really nice. When healers work on healers,
Yeah.
you get a lot of feedback about the intuitive information that comes to you, and
Hmm.
you pass that on to your client, so to speak, the healer you're working on, and they confirm it, and other healers pick up on the same information, and it's really nice to have the confirmation that what you're hearing and feeling is true and
Totally.
real. And it's just amazing, when the first healer will talk about what she picked up on when she was working on the other healer, and then the second one will say, yeah, I got the same thing, and this and this and this, and it's so nice.
Right.
And
Yeah.
people learn from that.
Totally. Speaking of confirmation, we I played. I mean, I get lots of confirmations of spirit rescues because I normally record them and then I listen afterwards. And I played the one that's I found really profound of Walter, a spirit rescue for Walter for Mike. right? And it's in the video, I think, one of the videos that I have on here,
Uh-huh.
that where we did spirit rescue together. I played that spirit box session
Yes,
with
right.
Walter. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
That was intense.
yeah, yeah. It's quite amazing.
Yeah, and you can hear him speaking. Well, he tells us his name, and you know, it sounds like he's been stuck for a very, very long time to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he says, am I unclean? Because he didn't feel like he was,
Worthy.
ooh, I feel emotion. Yeah, worthy.
Yeah.
And then we helped him, and yeah, it's just really amazing. I would recommend listening to the other video that we do together if you want to hear that. But Sherry has a question.
Oh,
How
great.
do you prepare yourself to perform a spirit rescue? Very good question.
Yes.
Do you want to answer that, Mike?
Sure. So what I do is I start with a grounding, because the better grounded you are, the more you will pick up on information, intuitive information that comes to you, and that really helps. And it helps you to connect. If you're working in a team, you are able to connect with others. Your telepathic images are transmitted out more clearly. Grounding is really important for anything. Uh, so then I'll ask my guides, my teachers, my master teachers, my gatekeeper, all the people, energies that I work with, to come in and help so that we are able to create a situation that's of the highest and best good for all those involved. And then we go to it.
And you go to work.
Yeah,
Yeah. And just go with what you get. Yeah, I do
yeah,
something very similar. I do a chakra clearing and a chakra grounding. I mean, not chakra grounding, but a golden light grounding me to the planet, and then just go into a quiet space and invite in my guides, my angels, my helpers,
yeah,
and then any spirit that wants to come in. Yeah,
yeah,
that needs help, because they're all
right.
around us. They're all here.
Yeah,
They just, is there a class on proper grounding? Um, I'm sure there is. I know that Mike might have something on his website or something. He's going to lead us in a grounding meditation though before we close, right?
yes. And you're welcome to record that if you'd like, and use that. I'm open to that. I've done it many, many times for people to record, so that's not a problem. Um, so you'll hear the grounding and then you just practice that. Um, there are many different ways of grounding. The way I do it is the way I'm comfortable with, and the way I was taught. I've changed it and altered it to what fits me best. But it's basically you're sending out roots down through depending on who you talk to, through your tailbone and through the bottoms of your feet. I imagine roots leaving the bottoms of my feet and going down into the center of the earth
Mhm.
and drawing up the energy. Um, and it'll be better explained when I go through that process. But that really helps. I mean, if you wake up in the morning and stub your toe, and from that point on, everything seems to be a mess the whole day long, grounding will help change that. It's like rebooting your computer or restarting your phone. That's what grounding does, is it recenters everything and it gets you more connected to the earth. What I was taught was you can only go up as high as you are grounded. So you want to be very well grounded so that you can astral travel or do spiritual work or any number of things. Um, So it's a good practice. It's something that you should do at least once a day, if not more. And you can eventually get to where you do it just like that. You do it in 1 or 2 breaths. You know, you feel the energy rise up as you inhale, and as you exhale, it leaves your body.
You
If
can
you
also ground, go ahead.
So if you were to take an apple and cut it in half and see the bottom of the apple and how it rises up and around and back down, that energy would rise up, which is the center of your body, the center of the apple, and it comes out and around your body and back down into the earth, is cleansed, and then goes right back up into your body again. And that's your auric field. So it's regenerating your auric field and rebuilding it. And
Beautiful.
you had something to say, Sharon?
Oh, I was just going to say that there's, you can also ground really well by hugging a tree, by
Oh,
being out
yeah.
in nature, walking barefoot on the planet, that type of thing.
Yes.
And just being in nature is very grounding. And
Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, anytime you feel working with in the dirt with your hands, you know,
Yep.
just connecting to the planet in that way and being on the planet with Mother Earth is extremely grounding as well,
Yes, very much.
because she's always sending us loving energy.
Yes.
Okay, so would you like to lead us in a meditation, Mike?
Through the grounding? Sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So if you'll just close your eyes and relax and let your mind settle, and just notice your breath as it goes in and out. You don't need to change it in any way. Just notice it. And this is called becoming centered. You're in the moment. You're not thinking of the past or thinking of the future, but just in the moment. And now if you'll bring your attention to the bottoms of your feet and arch your toes up towards the ceiling, that'll open the chakras on the bottoms of your feet and allow your roots to grow down deep into Mother Earth. And now you can relax your toes back down. And these roots will work like an artesian well, and they'll draw up the energy from Mother Earth. And you can often feel it coming up through your body. It'll tingle or swirl and rising up through the bottoms of your feet, into your ankles, rising up and swirling and tingling up into your calves, up past your knees and into your thighs, and then pooling at your tailbone where your first chakra is. And then it'll continue to rise up into your second chakra, past your belly button, up into your third chakra, and up into your rib cage, touching your ribs, your backbone, rising up to your heart, your fourth chakra. And then it'll continue to rise up, and then it'll start to trickle down your arms, filling up your arms, your fingers, up past your wrists, swirling and rising and tingling up past your elbows and all the way up to your shoulders, to the tops of your shoulders, and rising up into your neck where your fifth chakra is. Up and touching your chin, the back of your head, your nose, your ears, your eyes, and your sixth chakra, your third eye chakra, and continuing on up to the top of your head where your crown chakra is. And here I see it like a giant fountain shooting up about 1.5 to 2 feet in the air and cascading out and around like a giant bubble. And it drops back down into Mother Earth where it's cleansed and recycled and drawn back up into your body. And as you inhale, you can feel this energy rise up. And as you exhale, it cascades out and around and back down into Mother Earth. If you'll just take a few seconds to breathe and feel that energy. And Now, when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Great. So
Thank
that's
you.
grounding. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful feeling.
Totally. Okay. So, do you want to do one more rescue?
Yes, that sounds great.
Okay.
Always do.
I know, right? All right. So, how about if let's do two. Let's do one individual and one group.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We're inviting in any spirits that would like to, that need help moving into the light, would like to communicate with us and tell us your story. We're here to help. Okay, I see a man. Looks like a man. He's kind of standing off in the, like standing away, in the distance. Well, he's wearing, I don't know if that's a turban or something it doesn't really look like a turban. It's a white hat that goes like that and like that. It's like that.
Oh.
It's, strange looking.
Oh, right.
Do you see him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Is it a turban?
no, it's not. It's like like a, a gosh, what
I
is
know
it
it's hard to.
like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of.
It reminds me of like what Sambo, the story about Sambo, or of it's kind of an Indonesian style
Yeah,
hat.
yeah.
Like somebody of higher
Right. He looks like I mean
higher,
he's dressed very nice, but
yes,
it's
exactly.
it's Middle Eastern or in, like you said, Indonesian, but it's I see like a white tunic or light colored tunic with like a sash or something that goes across,
Right.
and then his pants are, like the linen, very loose pants.
Yes, right,
Okay.
exactly.
I do see him in
Sandals.
sandals. Yeah,
Yep. Yeah,
yeah,
I
and
saw that.
yeah, um,
Yeah, he is darker skinned.
he is dark skinned.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got very piercing eyes.
Yeah, quite beautiful.
Mhm. His demeanor though is very
Stern.
standoffish.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Stern.
Stern. Thank you. Yeah, and
Yes, and questioning
right,
what
right.
almost what gives us the right to do this kind
Yes,
of a
thank
thing.
you, thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, yeah. He's got some anger there for sure, and what
Yeah.
um, judging. Um, uh, hmm. Okay. So we're I'm explaining to him. Well, I think you need to explain to him. He's not
Okay.
paying much attention to me.
Right. So what we do, sir, is we help earthbound spirits to transition up to what most people would call heaven. And why would we do that? That's a very good question. We want to be able to help them because they really shouldn't be hanging out here on the earthly plane. Your next step after you pass on or die, however you want to call it, is to transition to that heavenly body, so to speak. And I know you don't use that term quite the same way, but that helps. That's what we use that most people understand. And we do this mostly because we can, and we want to be able to help people. We have no agenda. We don't make any money from this. We don't benefit or get gold stars for doing this. We just, in our hearts, enjoy helping people.
He's
And
asking what makes us think they need help.
So we have experienced, many people have experienced what's called a near-death experience, and they have transitioned up to heaven and know of that information and have shared that. Thousands and thousands of people have experienced it. And in that, we've learned that it's right for us to complete the transition to what we call heaven, so that we can complete our tasks and go over the tasks that we set out to complete when we come to this earth. So before we come to earth, we set out a plan and write out everything and that we wish to accomplish when we come here, all the things that we would like to learn and experience. And afterwards, we go over all those things and see if there's anything else we'd like to learn, or something we didn't get to cover, or something that just wasn't quite done the way we were hoping it would be done. And then we come back and, if we choose, and accomplish that here. You can also accomplish other things in other places other than Earth, but that's a whole nother story. So we help people to complete that task, to be able to transition to that and go through that process.
All right, I'm getting from, he's saying that's very noble,
Yeah,
but yeah, also he's softening, but I'm feeling from him, he doesn't understand why we still think that these people, and I want to explain to him that people sometimes have not been able to take their attention off the earth plane, and they're
right.
in that limbo state, and it seems like maybe you are. And what in a lot of religions or faiths, call limbo or purgatory or
Right,
anything
right.
like that. I don't know if that's the bardo or something like that, but
Another term for it, yeah.
yeah, but so we're just help, since they can see us or perceive us easier on the earth plane, since we're still in the body, it's easier for us to help them understand that all they need to do is turn around, and we're here to help them understand that, because they can't perceive their guides, their angels, their loved ones who
Right.
are there to help them. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do
So,
feel him softening.
yes, I
Um,
do too.
yeah, but he feels um
A little still standoffish.
a little, yeah, I feel confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just here to help anyone that wants to come along, and we're asking Archangel Michael to bring the light, and it's up to you, sir, if you would like to move into the light, uh and a lot will make sense there, and anyone that that might need help moving into or around you on the earth plane, because this is just like Mike said, a stopping over point. And we would invite you to move into the light, because everyone that you love and that loves you is there waiting for you.
Yes. If you'll just walk up to it and look into it, you'll often see family members ushering you in, welcoming you in, waving to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I could feel that he saw somebody because it warmed his
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
felt that.
Yeah. So those are, yes, they are your family members. Yes. And if you would like to join them, you can step into the light. You're still a little leery, I understand. This is Has there been
Go ahead.
Has there been anybody else that you've seen step into the light before? Because sometimes you will see that take place. He's saying no.
Yeah, I feel he's saying no.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
because you've had your attention on the earth plane the whole time. It's okay. All you need
Right.
to do is move across. And here we go.
Yeah.
A child. He lost a child.
Right. And the child is there. I feel that too.
Yes, he lost a child. He wasn't able to get over that. It helps to know their story, because then we understand where they're coming from.
Right.
He lost a child.
So are you able to see the child in the light? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, he's there.
And they're waving you in. It's up to you whether you want to go or not. We're here to help. We're not here to force you in any way. You freely decide one way or the other. Or
I
how.
felt him move across.
Yeah. 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 Just as I was saying that, he stepped in.
Right.
Excellent.
He stepped in. Totally.
Great.
Yeah, I definitely feel the release.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice.
It is. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I felt he lost a son.
Yeah.
Young son. Okay.
All right. And you wanted to do a group now?
Yeah, I have a question here. Is language universal in regard to communicating with these humans that have passed?
In my experience, yes. It's translated somehow. I've never had a word barrier, so to speak, or a vocabulary barrier or anything. Have you?
I haven't.
Sure. No.
Yeah, I haven't. I feel it's like Mike said, translated telepathically. It's telepathic.
Yeah. That's a very
We're
good
just
question,
speaking
though.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I wondered that myself quite a while ago, and there just doesn't seem to be a problem there. So
that's why we ask our guides and our helpers to be there with us.
yes,
because they help with that. We're communicating with their guides as well. And so as long as they are open, and if they're communicating somehow, or we have their attention, then that means that at least they're open. And so their guides are able to communicate with them and help them understand as well. It's a telepathic thing. And we're communicating through our guidance systems.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite magical.
It is magical. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to do one more group, and then we'll
Sure.
close? Okay. So what can you think of any? Lots of groups. Anybody have a suggestion for group crossover? I can think of a lot of them. There's just so many.
We could do a military type where there has been a war. It could be like the Civil War, or even the battles that took place here, both in Oregon and in California, with the Spanish American War.
Okay.
Any number. Let's just see what comes up.
Okay. All right. So we're going to ask our guidance to lead us to a time of war where we are needed to help soldiers, to help anyone, not just soldiers, but any families may have died in any wartime situation that that needs our help from the earth, to help them on the earth plane, help them move across. So we're asking you to guide us there now. Ooh, okay. I feel Vietnam.
Yeah.
Well, it has that look to it, definitely.
Yeah.
Are you feeling that, Mike?
Yeah, I feel that also. I see it. It's a bit confusing because I wasn't over there, but now that I see more of it, I understand that's what it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So, yeah, a lot, not just soldiers, but a lot of people, just
Yeah, civilians,
civilians. Mhm.
because they didn't know who was who.
Right. Right. Okay. So, let's get their attention.
Wow.
All right. We're asking Archangel Michael to please bring the light for these souls
Yes.
that wish to move into the light. We ask you to bring the light now. Archangel Michael, please bring the light. Thank you.
Thank
All right.
you.
So we're here to help anyone that would like to move into the light. You have left the physical, you have left the body. And this is an illusion that you've created in your mind, and you've left that scenario. So all we need to do, we're here to help you. And all you need to do is turn around and find us and find the light. And you have guides and helpers there to help you.
Yes, they will help you cross over.
Yeah. Everything will make sense. You no longer need to be in pain. This
Wow.
war is over. It's finished.
I see a man on crutches that's been injured on his leg, and other men helping him.
Yeah.
They're moving into the light. There's those that are of Vietnamese descent that are transitioning as well.
Mm-hmm. I see a lot of civilians.
Yes, and children.
Mm-hmm.
A lot that are,
A lot that were burned.
yeah,
We honor and thank you for your sacrifice.
yes, on all sides.
Exactly. Thank you. Please gather anyone you know that you feel will need help moving into the light.
Yes, please. Oh, wow.
Archangel Michael, we ask you to keep this column of light open, this portal of light open for all that wish to move into the light until it is finished. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
We're going
thank
to
you.
remove ourselves from this situation now. Oh man. Okay.
That's that's hard to watch sometimes
Yeah.
because
That was
there are just,
intense.
yeah, a lot of suffering that took place.
Yeah. Something we could do, like you said, every day and
Yeah,
still have many, many lifetimes of doing it every day.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know if we'd make somewhat of a dent, but yeah, it's
It
definitely
anything we do helps.
right.
It it shifts the energy that's there.
Right.
You know, it's just like when one person meditates, it it changes. You know, they say,
Everyone around. Totally.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Why is Archangel Michael specifically called upon?
That's a good question. That's who I know for myself, that's who I've learned to work with. And he is very efficient, very quick. Um, and that's basically it's who we've learned to work with. If we were Buddhists, we may call on Buddha to come and do that. If we were of other religions, we would call on those that we put our trust in. And you can call on them as well. You know, there are no restrictions. You don't have to use Archangel Michael. You can use Mary Magdalene. You can use Mother Mary. You can use anything like that. Anything that has from your religion, or you can ask your guides to come in, and you always have guides with you. And that's a good thing to learn about, is to believe in and trust and learn to recognize your guides, to know their energy when they're not just when they're around you, they're always around you, but to be able to know their energy. So that's a good thing to learn also. But anyway, you can call on any of them, anything that you have your trust in,
Yeah.
to help.
Yeah. By the way, I have Archangel Michael's voice on recorder answering my call. Right, Mike? You heard that.
Yep.
Big booming voice. And
Yeah.
I have it on video on here. One of the other videos we've done, where I ask him to bring the light and he says yes. Really loud booming a couple of times. Archangel
Yes.
Michael, yes. But I learned to work with him, and I also understand that this is his specialty. And so, like Mike said, he's there. He's always there. You just trust that he's there, and I see the light in my mind. I see the column of light, and so
Yes.
and you'll learn that that as you call on whoever you want to call on, any of the archangels, you can call on any of the archangels, and they will be there. But I understand that this is Michael's specialty, and he works with the light workers on this planet. And
Yes.
as you know, you might know that
Excuse me.
archangels have the ability to be in many places all over at the same time.
Yes.
But like Mike said, you can call on anyone you resonate with, as long as they have that vibrational frequency where they can bring a column of light. And Archangel Michael is someone who does that very quickly and works with light workers to do that.
Yeah.
So
Great.
okay. All right. Oh, you're welcome, Debbie. Thank you. She says, thank you. This was very enlightening.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Totally. Okay, Mike. Well, thank you for being here once more. And I will always appreciate your expertise and your gifts and
As
and
I
your
do
heart.
you. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So we'll say goodbye, everyone, and we'll close for now.
Bye.
You.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. All right. I think I have to close the Zoom meeting. Let's see here. Oh, no, I can keep the Zoom open. I just